My brothers and sisters, you are now watching the Gamer 2323, so just forget about the chores you're supposed to do. Put your feet up, get your Kool-Aid, fried chicken, popcorn, get whatever you may need. And I hope you enjoy the video.
Huh? It's over? Alright, so in all seriousness, today was the PlayStation meeting event, that we were all waiting for to see, the unveiling of the PlayStation 4 Neo. It was today, like at 3 p.m. Eastern time. It didn't exactly start at that time because Sony runs on BST, Black Standard Time, so it was a little after, 3 p.m. Eastern time. But shout out to everyone that came through my stream last minute. I had a good time watching this event with you guys. So this is going to be me just recapping all of the stuff that was I'm sorry. That just actually kind of, on the lowest of low keys, made me a little sleepy out this. Like, people with the freaking chat was like, but this is just going to be me recapping all of the stuff that was showed and talked about and stuff like that. So we're gonna hop straight into this sucker, balls deep, no condom out this sucker. So let's begin. Alright, so first off, that burnt grilled cheese sandwich, aka the PS4 Slim, that design was real. So now I'm kind of, seeing why, some people's channels was getting strike by Sony, because when those leaked designs was actually getting, thrown out there prior to this event, those were the official designs, of the PS4 Slim. So it does look like that. Still not the most appealing thing to me, but it is kind of, it doesn't look that bad. But that is how the PS4 Slim is going to look. It is $299, which is pretty much what I expected. No, I thought it was going to be no more than like $350. So the PS4 Slim will be $299. It releases on September 15th. What's today? The 7th? So the junk comes out what? Next week. So it releases on September 15th. It will have a HDR. There was a whole bunch of HDR talk at this freaking event, and I'll get into that later. But yeah, the PS4 Slim is $299 and will release September 15th. So that's like next week, suckers. Like I said, I hope y'all wallets are ready. Okay, so that. Then they got into the PS4 Pro, aka the PS4 Neo. The PS4 Neo, PS4, the PS4.5, the PS4K. The official name is the PS4 Pro. So the PS4 Pro, they got into that, which is really what we all came to see. Mark Cerny comes out on stage. I love Mark Cerny. We're all familiar with him, but man, him on stage talking, I don't know if it was his voice, because you know how he talks, and he's all like, hello, so welcome to this event. We are so proud. He talks real calm and soothing. I don't know if it was his voice or this event, but when that man was on stage, I was like, I was getting kind of sleepy out this sucker. Let's just say that. But he came out on the stage and he started to talk about the PS4 Pro and 4K and HDR and started talking. Pretty much 80% of this event was all talking about how the human eye reacts to HDR. I kid you not, bro. That was 80% of this event. How the human eye reacts to HDR. We all know if you play on consoles, our eyes can't see past 30 FPS. So they got into that. Pretty much what HDR is, because it was talked about so much at this freaking event. For the people that may not know, HDR, or high dynamic range, long story short, and just in case I get something messed up, y'all can leave down the specifics down in the comments, but long story short, I think it takes the best parts from a series of different pictures, so pictures with different contrast, lighting, colors, stuff like that. It takes the best parts from a series of different pictures, combines it all into one to make for a better picture. So long story short, your games are going in to look better. So that's what the whole HDR thing. Games are going to look better. The picture is going to look better. It's just going to be a lot more detailed stuff like that. So that's what the whole HDR thing was. They showed some shots, of different games and how they look like on PS4 Pro. They showed some stuff. I was hoping so bad for some new Spider-Man gameplay out this sucker. No mas, but they showed some Spider-Man, some Days Gone, some Horizon, and how they look like on PS4 Pro. Again, if you're watching this junk through a live stream on Twitch, we really can't see the difference like that, So when so when they would switch, I guess, from the PS4 to the to the PS4 Pro, people in the chat was like, what's the difference? we really can't see the difference unless you got a 4K TV or a 4K display, or unless you were there for yourself. We really couldn't see the difference, like that, So people were saying dude, I don't think my eyes are reacting to HDR, but that's the whole. But they did say they're later going to release all of what we've seen in 4K, and if you have a 4K TV or a 4K display, then you can actually see the difference. But people was like, this is what the PS4 Pro is, but so they showed that. Then dude from Activision came out, showed some Call of Duty Infinite Warfare gameplay on PS4 Pro, and he did say that the Call of Duty 4 remaster will also support Neo mode, so when that comes out day one, it will be supported on the PS4 Neo. And I think he said also Black Ops 3 is getting update, so it'll be able to support Neo mode on PS4 Neo, so that will be ready day one out the box. As far as games being shown that people were expected, if you was expecting some games to be shown off at this meeting, you were probably let down. There was no Red Dead 2, there was no new God of War gameplay, there was no Crash remake gameplay, there was no single player DLC for Uncharted. There was none of that. As far as gameplay, they showed some Horizon, they showed some Mass Effect, and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Those are really as far as actual new gameplay, they did show some Days Gone, but that was gameplay that we seen back at E3. As far as actual new gameplay, there wasn't really a lot at this meeting. And granted, that's really not what this meeting was for. It was for the PS4 Slim and the PS4 the PS4 Pro, and it was really just for that. So if you were expecting a E3 event out of this meeting, then yeah, you was probably let down, but again, Sony still has other events to, show, to show off, what we can expect next year. They still have the Tokyo Game Show. They still have PSX. So they still have other events, to show off, some, to show off some games and what we can expect next year, But as far as actual gameplay, Horizon was the end all be all. Horizon, you don't need to have a 4K TV. You don't need to have a 4K display. You didn't need to be right there to see how next gen Horizon looks like. You could see that jump through a live stream. How incredible Horizon looks. When it comes to Guerrilla Games, they are one of, if not the best dev in the game when it comes to graphics in their games, dude. Horizon looks freaking spectacular. Dude, Horizon looks incredible. I cannot wait until that game comes out. So this is what we all been waiting for. This is what we've been talking about for months now, speculating about the PS4 Neo, the PS4.5, the PS4K, the PlayStation 4 that we should have got on launch day, the greatness awaits station, whatever you want to call it. The PS4 Pro, they really started to get into it towards the ending of this meeting. They didn't really get into the specifics of the specs. I don't know if that came out like a little later after the meeting, but they didn't really say too much about the specs. I'm guessing all the information that got leaked prior to this event is all true. So I'm guessing it's going to be twice as
powerful of that as the standard PS4. It's going to have a upgraded CPU. GPU is going to support 4K gaming. I don't know if it's going to be native 4K or upscale, whatever, but yeah. And it comes out this year. Like because again, they did say that they wanted, this new PS4 out in time for VR. So I always thought it was going to come out this year, but some people thought it was going to come out, sometime next year because the Xbox Scorpio comes out late next year, but no. PS4 Pro comes out this year, November 10th, dude. I'm so glad my birthday is in November. I might not have to pay for this. But it comes out November 10th this year, and it's going to be $399. So it's going to be the same price as the standard PS4 when that first launched. So again, I do not think that the PS4 Pro is going to be as strong as the Xbox Scorpio. That's why I think the Xbox Scorpio is going to cost more than the PS4 Pro. But don't take for granted what a 1 year head start can do. That is a huge advantage still for Sony because again, the Scorpio comes out late next year. So you still have to wait like at least a year to get your hands on the new Xbox. Even though the PS4 Pro it most likely won't be as strong as the Scorpio, that 1 year head start, that's an advantage still. People were making a deal about 4K Blu-ray. They didn't say nothing about that, so I'm not sure if the PS4 Pro is gonna have a 4K Blu-ray drive, but they ain't saying nothing about it, so I guess not, but I do see people talking about that. I definitely think it's going to sell out because one, that price is good. $399. I thought max was going to be $500. They was going to go no higher. When it don't matter how powerful it is, bro. When a console goes past, once it goes past like 500, people start to raise their eyebrows a little bit because then it's like, yo, should I buy this console or should I just try to upgrade my PC? So I think 400 is the sweet spot, and I think Sony is aware of that, so they put that junk at $399. So again, most likely it's not going to be as strong of that as the Xbox Scorpio, but again, because it has a 1 year head start and it comes out so soon, I still think that is a win for Sony, so we're going to see how this whole thing plays out. So yeah, take into consideration, the PS4 Pro is $400. There's no real purpose in getting a PS4 Pro if you don't have a 4K TV or a 4K display. So that's like an extra, $400. I'm going to add this junk all up for y'all right now. The PS4 Pro is $399, right? If you don't have a 4K TV or a 4K display, that's like another extra $400 plus because 4K TVs, they're not as expensive as they used to be, but it's still going to cost you like an extra $400 plus. So that's like $800 something right there. Plus PlayStation VR, if you plan on getting that, that's another $400. So that's like what, $12,000 already, suckers? You gotta take, you have to keep these things in mind, so, but yeah, what do you guys think? Are you buying the PS4 Slim or are you going to rock with the, PS4 Pro and, stuff like that? Leave all, your thoughts, comments, and stuff like that down in the description box below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, I really appreciate if you rate the video. My brothers and sisters, it doesn't have to be a thumbs up. It could be a thumbs down, but what I do ask every brother and every sweet sisters is to just rate the video, my brothers and sisters. I am so glad that my birthday is in November. So glad.